Number 1, traps got me fucked up. Number 2, in the event that you're ever taken hostage or kidnapped or something, do not let them take you to the second location. Welcome back, and once again, thank you for trusting me with your full spoiler movie reviews. That thing I do where I see movies early and then I tell you all about them. As always, I am unpaid and unsponsored. And spoilers, all the spoilers. If you don't want spoilers, you can go ahead and scroll. I won't be offended. Spoilers. Okay, here we go. We have the new M. Night Shyamalan film Trap, riding on the coattails of his daughter's directorial debut with Watchers. And let me tell you, this is a fucking ride, but this is one of the better things we have seen from M. Night Shyamalan in a long ass time. Now, here's the thing, and I'm going to warn you ahead of time, you're probably going to be bored for the first, 3/4 of this movie. And you wouldn't be totally wrong, because everything that happened up until, the last 30-minute mark happened in the previews. You could legitimately watch the preview at home, go watch Deadpool at the theaters, come out of Deadpool, walk into the next theater, catch the last 30 minutes of Trap, and bam, you've seen the whole ass movie. But the thing for me is that it works. Hear me out. So Josh Hartnett is your average white New Balance wearing dad, taking his preteen/teen daughter to this concert called Lady Raven. I think she's supposed to be like Sia. But while they're at the concert is being swatted, basically. The FBI is there, all the cops are there, and all this other shit, because it's going to be a sting operation. They're looking for this man called the Butcher, who's a serial killer known for butchering people and leaving them everywhere. Now here's the thing, Josh Hartnett is the Butcher, and he currently has a man chained up in a basement. And all the while, the cops and the FBI and everything are checking every male in this building out to see if maybe they're the serial killer. And Josh Hartnett's like, how the fuck am I going to get out of this building? Well, apparently during the concert, Lady Raven pulls one fan on stage to dance with her, and then they get to meet her backstage. And the easiest way to get the fuck out of there is through the backstage. So he lies to M. Night Shyamalan himself about his daughter recently having leukemia. And so she gets picked to go on stage, and so they get to the backstage. And he pulls Lady Raven aside, and he's like, I'm gonna kill this man in my basement if you don't drop us off in your limo near our car. And Lady Raven's like, okay. Well, she gets in the car, and the little girl has no idea that her dad's a fucking serial killer. But Lady Raven is a fucking fighter, okay? She is a brat. She's like, hey, little girl, can I see your house? And she's like, yeah, my mom's gonna be so excited. So instead of going to their car, they go to their house, and Lady Raven comes inside, and she eats dinner with them, and she plays a song with them, and takes pictures. All the meanwhile, she's slowly stealing everybody's phones. And then she locks herself in the bathroom, and she is talking to the guy through the little camera to try to find out where he is. And then when she gets information, she goes live on her Instagram and gives all the information, so her friends or her fans are watching this live, and they're helping track the guy down. Meanwhile, Josh Hartnett is super pissed off. Well, then he tries to take her hostage, and she tries to talk him down. And then the police show up. They think they got him, but they don't, because he's some sort of crazy-ass escape artist and ends up, taking over as the limo driver for Lady Raven's limo. And he tried to handcuff her to the back, but she used her star power to roll down the fucking window, and then everybody saw it was Lady Raven. And then, so they stood in front of the limo to help get her out, because she really needed help. And so she got out, and then she went over to the spot where the guy was found and gave them all a hug. I don't know if she knew him or not. Well, then Josh Hartnett showed up back at his family's house, and come to find out it was his wife that called the police and said, hey, I think my husband's a serial killer. So he was going to kill her, but surprise, she drugged his ass. And then he got caught by the police and got put in the back of the car. But he managed to unhook his handcuffs as they were going down the road. And we don't know what happened after that. The end. Now, did I like it? Yes. Surprisingly, yes. Again, it's tedious, but here's what makes it work for me. Imagine having a really good night, going to a concert, coming home, and then your whole world is turned upside fucking down. Absolute peril. That's kind of exactly how this works. You get to see basically the full length of a concert for an hour. Everything's having a good time. You're a little on edge. If you go out into any sort of public event nowadays, you're going to be a little on edge, but you're still going to have a good time. Then you get home and it's absolute fucking chaos. Your whole night done got ruined. And it's one of those things, you don't expect anything bad to happen on a night when so much good has already happened, that it kind of works. Or maybe I'm reading too much into that. But I will also say something controversial. The kind of payoff we got for the end of Trap is the kind of payoff I wanted for the end of Longlegs. I wanted a clear view of our bad guy, his intentions, his his motivations, maybe not even totally motivation. Because to me, the end of Trap is much closer to the end of Silence of the Lambs than Longlegs ended up being. And y'all know for Shyamalan, a coherent ending is an absolute marvel. Now, could we shave a good, 15 minutes off? Maybe. Could we have a little more backstory? Abso-fucking-lutely. But for what we got, I'm not mad at her. I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It was okay. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Okay, bye. When you call for me, when you call my name, when you hear something me, na 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 na, I'm alive.